Today is morning coffee with Thoreau. We're having Thoreau's poetry, because he wrote poetry, but page 3233. Each more melodious note I hear, each more melodious note I hear, brings this reproach to me, that I alone afford the ear. Who would the music be? Each more melodious note I hear brings this reproach to me, that I alone afford the ear. Who would the music be? Independence in my life more civil is and free than any civil polity. Yet princes keep your realms and circumscribe power, not wide as are my dreams, nor rich as is this hour. What can ye give which I have not? ? What can ye take which I have got? ? Can ye defend the dangerless? Can you inherit nakedness? To all true wants time's ear is deaf. Penurious states lend no relief out of their pelf. Put a free soul, thank God, can help itself. But a free soul can help itself. Be sure your fate doth keep apart its state, not linked with any band, nor the nobles of the land. In tented fields with cloth of gold no place doth hold, but is more chivalrous than they are, and sigheth for a nobler war. A finer strain its trumpet rings, a brighter gleam its armor flings. The life that I aspire to live, no man proposeth me. No trade upon the street wears its emblazonry. I like that one. You like that one? He seems to be independent. Is this real independence? My life more civil is and free than any civil polity. Ye princes keep your realms and circumscribe power, not wide as are my dreams, nor rich as is this hour. What can ye give which I have not? What can ye take which I have got? Can ye defend the dangerless? Can ye inherit nakedness? To all true wants dear, time's ear is deaf. Penurious states lend no relief out of their pelf. But a free soul, thank God, can help itself. Be sure your fate doth keep apart its state, not linked with any band, even the nobles of the land. In tented fields with cloth of gold no place doth hold, but is more chivalrous than they are, and sigheth for a nobler war. A finer strain its trumpets rings, a brighter gleam its armor flings. The life that I aspire to live, no man proposeth me. No trade upon the street wears its emblazonry. Not unconcerned, wachusett here rears his head. He's talking, I guess, about the mountain. Wachusett. Not unconcerned, wachusett rears his head above the field, so late from nature won, with patient brow reserved, as one who read new annals in the history of man. My friends, why should we live? My friends, why should we live? Life is an idle war, a toilsome peace. Today I would not give one small consent for its securest ease. Shall we outwear the year in our pavilions on its dusty plain, and yet no signal here to strike our tents and take the road again, or else drag up the slope the heavy ordinance of nature's train, unless but in the hope some far remote and heavenward hill to gain. Is he acting like Hamlet in Shakespeare? Do you think he stole it from Hamlet? My friend, why should we live? My friends, why should we live? Life is an idle war, a toilsome peace. Today I would not give one small consent for its securest ease. Shall we outweigh the year in our pavilions on its dusty plain, and yet no signal here to strike our tents and take the road again? Or else drag up the slope the heavy ordinance of nature's train, useless but in the hope some far remote and heavenward hill to gain. Do you understand it? Our subconscious mind, my subconscious mind understands it, but I don't. Low in the eastern sky. That's why I'm training my unconscious. Low in the eastern sky, low in the eastern sky is set thy glancing eye. And though it's gracious and and though its gracious light never rises to my sight, yet every star that climbs above the gnarled limbs of yonder hill conveys thy gentle will. Believe I know thy thought, and that the zephyrs brought thy kindest wishes through, as mine they bear to you, that some attentive cloud did pause amid the crowd over my head while gentle things were said. Believe the thrushes sung, and that the flower bells rung, that herbs exhaled their scent, and beasts knew what was meant. The trees a welcome waved, and lakes their margins laved, when thy free mind to my retreat did wind. It was a summer eve, the air did gently weave, while yet a low hung cloud thy eastern skies did shroud. The lightning's silent gleam, startling my drowsy dream, seemed like the flash under thy dark eyelash. Still will I thrive to be as if thou wert with me. Whatever path I take, it shall be for thy sake, O gentle slope and wide, as thou wert by my side, without a root to trip thy gentle foot. I'll walk with gentle pace, and choose the smoothest place, and careful dip the oar, and shun the winding shore, and gently steer my boat where water lilies float, and cardinal flowers stand in their sylvan bowers. Great Friend. I walked in nature still alone, and know no one, discern no lineament nor feature of any creature. Though all the filament is over me bent, yet still I miss the grace of our intelligent and kindred face. I still must seek the friend who does with nature blend, who is the person in her mask. He is the man I ask, who is the expression of her meaning, who is the uprightness of her leaning, who is the grown child of her weaning. The center of this world, the face of nature, the site of human life, some sure foundation and nucleus of a nation. at least a private station. We twain would walk together through every weather, and see this aged nature go with a bending stature. Now if you like that poem. Do you like that poem? It's like a friend to nature. I think he's a friend to nature. What? Hmm. 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 Great friend. I'm going to find out who his great friend is. I walk in nature still alone, and know no one. Discern no lineament nor feature of any creature. Though all the filament is over me bent, yet still I miss the grace of an intelligent kindred face. I still must seek the friend who does with nature blend. Who is the person in her mask? He is the man, I ask.
He's struggling to rhyme. I don't know why. He doesn't have to rhyme.
He's struggling to rhyme. Yeah, but back then, typically rhymed there.
Back then, he didn't rhyme.
Yeah, but a poem is considered back then to rhyme. If it doesn't rhyme, it's like prose. Emily Dickinson didn't know how to write poetry at all. She didn't rhyme. I'm just kidding. She's the best. She's better than Thoreau.
She's better than everyone.
If she had met Thoreau. Who is the expression of her meaning? She would get along better with Thoreau than Emerson. Who is the expression of her meaning? Who is the uprightness of her leaning? Who is the grown child of her weaning? The center of this world, the face of nature, the site of human life, some sure foundation and nucleus of a nation, at least a private station. We twain would walk together through every weather, and see this aged nature go with the bending stature. He's looking for himself, I think. You think he's looking for his inner self? Or looking for a great friend? Well, you can find a great friend.
Someone like him.
Somebody like him. Who is friends with him? Emily Dickinson? She would have been a good friend. We're checking to see if Emily Dickinson would have been a good friend to Thoreau. A great friend. We read the poetry of Henry David Thoreau to page 237 in the portable Viking portable library of Thoreau.